Answer to this one should be 35. Answer to this one should be 22. Answer on this one should be 48. Answer should be 107. Answer on this one should be 28. Pick a number from 1 to 10 and drop it off. The lottery number today, 2 of them will be picked. They are 3 and 7. Homework check. You'll bring it up here to the table and I'll put it in on the iPad. Bring up 1 through 3 first. Answers are real, imaginary, and real. Real, real, and real. Alright. Answer is real, real, and real. Answers are real, real, and real. Imaginary, real, and real. On this problem, number 1 from the homework, you need to use the discriminant, which is b squared minus 4ac. A is 1. B is a negative 3. C is 2. When you plug them in, you get negative 3 squared minus 4 times 1 times 2. This is 9 minus 8, which is a 1. Therefore, the answer is real.
Oh, I know what I keep doing.
Just did the questions about the homework. Papers to pass out. I don't think I have anything to pass out for you. If you want to retake the last test, come in 6th period today. And the objective today is to solve a quadratic equation by using the quadratic formula. The specific learning target is you should be able to say, I can solve a quadratic equation down to 2 integers or 2 fractions reduced, depending on how it comes out. So here's the first one. We're going to continue on from yesterday, and it's going to go like this. Find A, B, and C. There's A, which is 1, B is negative 5, and C is negative 24. Don't forget the formula, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. All of that over 2a. Plug in exactly what you see for a, b, and c. Negative b means you have negative quantity of b, even if b is a negative. B is negative 5, so you have 2 negatives. And then put in a negative 5 here, square that, subtract 4 times 1 times a negative 24. And all of that is over 2 times 1. Now concentrate on the discriminant first. You're going to have a negative 5 squared. And before that, I think we can take care of this. That double negative makes that a positive 5. Now, under the radical sign, it's a square of negative 5, so that's 25. What happens if I have minus a negative? It becomes what? Plus, yes. And then 4 times 1 times 24 should be 96. And 2 times 1 is 2. From here, it's very simple. You're going to have 25 plus 96. 25 plus 96 is 121. And since we're just starting out on these, I've made all the answers come out to be integers. You won't have any fractions or decimals yet. The square root of 121 is 11. And now you're left with 2 problems to do. You have 1 problem to do that is 5 plus 11 over 2, and 1 problem to do that is 5 minus 11 over 2. That's the definition of plus or minus. You have to do 2 different problems, one with plus, one with minus. and then solve it out to the right. 5 plus 11 is 16, and divide that by 2 to get 8. And then you have 5 minus 11, that's a negative 6. Divide by 2 to get an answer of negative 3. Therefore, your final answer is going to be 8 or negative 3. All right, find A, B, and C on this one. A is 1, B is 5, C is negative 50. A, B, and C. The formula, negative B plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4AC, and all of that over 2A. Now plug in your values, and you'll have a negative 5 plus or minus 5 squared minus 4 times 1 times a negative 50. All of that over 2 times 1. Now in your calculator, figure out what this part is first that I'm going to circle in yellow. Figure out this part, including the radical sign. Whatever that is, you're going to keep track of it. You should have a negative 5 plus or minus, and then just type this in the calculator. 5 squared minus 4 times 1 times a negative 50. You should come back with 225. What's the square root of 225? 15. So you should have negative 5 plus or minus 15 over 2. And then do your two problems. Negative 5 plus 15 over 2 and negative 5 minus 15 over 2. Come up with your two answers. And those are going to be 10 over 2 and then negative 20 over 2. That's going to be 5, negative 10. So your final answer is 5 or negative 10. Practice problem. You need A, B, and C. Alright. When you plug it in, it should look like this. A negative 11 plus or minus the square root of 11 squared minus 4 times 1 times a negative 26. All of that over 2 times 1. So a negative 11 plus or minus the square root of, and we'll change colors to do the problem, 121 plus 104, which comes out to be 225. And the square root of 225 is 15. And we'll break it up into two problems now. Negative 11 plus 15 over 2 and negative 11 minus 15 over 2. That will give you 4 over 2 and negative 26 over 2, which is 2 or negative 13. There it goes. The discriminant is what you need on this one. So that should be the following. B squared minus 4AC. So that is 5 squared minus 4 times 1 times 6, which comes out to be 25 minus 24. The answer is 1. Here's another bonus. 60 seconds. Negative 4 squared, and then minus 4 times 1 times negative 21, which is going to be 16 plus 84, which is 100. Actually, the 100 is going to be the discriminant. So if you had 100, you can come up and collect your 3 million. you should have a negative 8 plus or minus the square root of 8 squared minus 4 times 1 times a negative 20. All of that over 2 times 1. Simplify this, and you'll get a negative 8 plus or minus the square root of 64 plus 80. And that comes out to be a perfect square of 144. And that's going to give you a square root of 12. So negative 8 plus 12, plus or minus 12 actually, and then all of that over 2. Negative 8 plus 12 over 2, and negative 8 minus 12 over 2. This is 4 over 2, and this one is a negative 20 over 2. So you should have a final answer of 2 or negative 10. You should have a negative 9 squared minus 4 times 1 times 18, which is 81 minus 72. The answer is 9. Here comes another one. Yes. 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 Anybody else going to bring up the bonus? Still 12 seconds to go. Is that it? All right. And the answer on this one. Answer on this one should be 9. Everybody had that right. So that's a bonus. Can we get $3 million?